After all the preparation, the moment has finally arrived. 3 days, 2 nights, in Wales, an unforgettable adventure. We traveled from Malta to the UK, then hit the road for an epic journey to Wales. Our adventure began with camping near the stunning Blorenge mountain. From there, we hiked to the summit, taking in breathtaking views and experiencing the true spirit of the outdoors. Join us on this incredible trip, filled with adventure, nature, and unforgettable moments. Morning, and we've just arrived at the International Airport of Malta. The air feels fresh with the anticipation of a new adventure. The terminal is quiet, filled with a mix of weary travelers. On board, settling into our seats as we prepare for takeoff to Heathrow, London. The hum of the engines fills the cabin, and outside the window, the first light of the morning stretches over the horizon. Soon, we'll be soaring above the Mediterranean, leaving Malta behind as we head towards our next destination. We landed at Heathrow, stepping into the familiar rush of one of the world's busiest airports. At arrivals, I met Robert. Our journey continues together now. With our bags loaded, we're ready for the 1.5-hour drive to Wales. The road ahead promises scenic countryside, rolling green hills, and the start of another chapter in this adventure. The landscape around us shifts. Rolling green hills, scattered stone cottages, and winding roads that feel like they belong in a storybook. In just a few minutes, we'll arrive at our destination, Middle Ninfa. There's a quiet excitement in the air, the kind that comes with reaching a place that holds promise, whether of rest, discovery, or something unexpected. At our home for the next 3 days, Middle Ninfa. After a long journey, it feels good to finally settle in. The weather is crisp, with a temperature of 6 degrees Celsius, and the wind is picking up, reaching around force 7. It adds a wild energy to the place, making the rolling hills feel even more alive. Our camp is ready, tents pitched, gear unpacked, and everything set for the days ahead. There's a peaceful stillness here, interrupted only by the rustling of the wind and the distant sounds of nature. This is home for now, and the adventure is just beginning. As we settle into our camp, we've already checked the weather forecast. Tonight is going to be a cold one. With temperatures expected to drop, we know a fire is essential. Now, we're on the hunt for dry wood, which isn't easy. Just a few days ago, this whole area was soaked with heavy rain, leaving most of the wood damp. We carefully search for fallen branches that have been sheltered from the rain, hoping to gather enough to keep us warm through the night. The wind is still strong, adding a bite to the air, but there's something peaceful about working together, preparing for the night ahead. Everything is set. Our tents are fully equipped with mattresses, sleeping bags, and lights, making sure we'll be comfortable through the night. The firewood is ready, neatly cut and stacked, waiting to be burned when the cold settles in. Now, we finally get to sit back and take it all in. After all the travel, setup, and preparation, this is our moment to pause. We reflect on everything we've done so far, from arriving in Malta to this very spot in the Welsh countryside. The view in front of us is breathtaking, rolling hills stretching far into the distance, the last light of the day fading into the horizon. The wind still hums through the valley, but here by our camp, there's nothing but peace. We're chilling, enjoying the moment, and embracing the adventure. p.m., and the night has settled around us. The temperature is dropping, but our fire is coming to life, crackling as the flames slowly grow. The warmth is welcome, and the glow of the fire adds a cozy touch to our campsite. Tonight's dinner is simple but perfect, burgers sizzling over the flames, filling the air with the delicious smell of grilled meat. After a long day of travel and setting up, this meal feels well earned. Once we eat, we'll relax by the fire, letting its warmth keep us company as we share stories and soak in the quiet of the night. Soon, we'll head into our tents, ready to rest and recharge for tomorrow's adventures. Day 1 has officially come to an end, and what a day it has been. Tomorrow, a full day of exploration awaits in this amazing place. Good night, we will see you tomorrow. Good morning. The first rays of sunlight filter through the trees, casting golden streaks over our campsite. A crisp morning breeze rustles the leaves, carrying the scent of pine and the faint smokiness of last night's fire. The world is still quiet, save for the occasional chirp of a bird or the distant rustle of an animal moving through the underbrush. After we saw the sunlight, we set up our fire to make hot coffee and cook breakfast to get ready for the day. After that, we will prepare our bags and plan our route to the mountain. The temperature was recorded at 6 degrees like it was yesterday. We are still enjoying the morning, discussing how the night went. The main issue was the noise of the wind that hit us throughout the night. As we sipped our hot coffee, we spread out the map and began planning our route to the mountain. We traced the trails with our fingers, discussing the best path to take while considering the terrain and weather conditions. Once we settled on the route, we packed up our gear and double-checked our supplies. With our bags secured, we set out, the crunch of our boots breaking the silence. The trail ahead seemed daunting at first, winding its way up through dense pines and rocky outcrops. Each step felt like a test of endurance, but we pushed on. We encountered our first obstacle within the hour, a steep climb that seemed to rise almost vertically. We paused, taking a moment to assess. The wind picked up again, swirling around us as if warning us of the challenges ahead. After a few small hills and a lot of woods, unexpectedly, we found this beautiful view with a small lake. Let's keep enjoying the view and the journey to the top of the mountain. After 1.5 hours, we reached the top. As you saw, it was a very nice journey. We took some time to regain our energy and kept enjoying the breathtaking views from above. Finally, we had another goal checked off in our bucket list. We then took the road back to our home at the campsite. As we walked, we talked about how we made it to the top, the incredible sights we witnessed, and even the temperature we endured. The wind was so strong at times, adding to the thrill of the adventure. Halfway down, we stopped to capture a beautiful clip of this amazing journey, wanting to share it with you so you could experience a piece of this unforgettable moment with us. As we arrived back at our campsite, we took a short rest before starting the fire again to prepare our dinner for the night. We wanted to make our space as comfortable as possible since we were expecting a very cold night. We checked the weather forecast, and it showed that the temperature would drop to 2 degrees Celsius. Luckily, the wind was predicted to calm down, which gave us some relief. As the temperature dropped, we made a delicious cup of hot coffee to warm ourselves up. We sat around, enjoying the quiet night, chilling and reflecting on the amazing experiences of the day. At the same time, we prepared everything we would need for tomorrow and finished making our dinner. Day 2 was filled with adventure, beautiful views, and unforgettable moments. We were exhausted, yet somehow still full of energy, fueled by the excitement of the journey. Finally, we looked forward to crawling into our sleeping bags, ready to rest and recharge. Day 3 arrived. We woke up to the pleasant sounds of birds singing and the warm glow of the morning sun. Every adventure has a beginning and an end, and now we have reached the end of ours. We woke up at 6 a.m., lit the fire again to make a good, hot coffee, and sat down to enjoy the sunrise. As we prepared for our journey back home, we made sure to leave everything just as we had found it, without any trash, keeping Mother Nature as clean and beautiful as it should be. Dear all, it is very important that when we embark on these kinds of adventures, we always leave no trace behind. Let's respect and protect nature for future explorers. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like to thank my wife and also Leanne. Both of them were a huge support, making everything we experienced possible. I hope you enjoyed this adventure as much as we did. See you on the next one. Have a great day.